Hey, happy Saturday, my friends. It's cloudy, nice and breezy Saturday morning in Texas. Probably low 80s, but it feels really nice. It's supposed to start raining, but it's only like 10%, 15% chance, but the sky looks like it's about an 80% chance. So, we'll see. Hey, Zachy, man, what's up? It's a nice morning in Texas, like I said. Good for running outside, hiking, whatever. My plan today is do about 5 miles and then spend the rest of the day in the gym. It's gonna be really nice. So, shouldn't be too hot. I'll still have the fans blowing. Watching YouTube. Yesterday I did about 2.5 miles. I started working out in the gym, but I didn't get very far because YouTube had the Chiefs and the Chargers playing. It's a free game on YouTube. So I watched that with my son. I was pretty happy to see the Chiefs get beat. So the Chiefs are now 0-1. Hofstadter, I think that's how you say his name. The coach of Los Angeles is really good. You know, he was coach for Michigan for a long time. Really knows what he's doing. It's really pretty cool. But plan to spend most of the day in the gym. It's a push day, so focus on bench. Tomorrow's gonna be a pool day, and I want to do a double outside hiking and running. Yesterday was kind of a light day, like I just mentioned. Also ate a little bit more than I probably should have, so it's kind of a refeed day, I guess. But I'm gonna stay pretty tight on the diet today. Tomorrow, yeah, let me know what y'all are up to. I've been listening to podcasts on dinosaurs on Lex Friedman. Lex Friedman's a great podcaster, one of the top guys. He always has some really interesting stuff on weapon systems, and anyway, he's talking dinosaurs. It's very interesting. He's talking to one of the top paleontologists, and mostly talking about T-Rex because that's his specialty. And learned a lot of cool things. But he started talking about the what's true in Jurassic Park and what's not. So that's pretty cool. A lot more. And of course, he gives Jurassic Park a lot of credit because that's the main media people learn about dinosaurs. But it's pretty interesting that T-Rex was around for 100 million years. And they were about 8 tons and 12 meters long. And their head was so big that if you compared it to Africa today, it would be like comparing the lion to a weasel. There was just nobody out there carnivore size. There were some that got pretty close to T-Rex, but didn't live in the T-Rex same area. And T-Rex mainly lived in kind of Western North America, other places too. But one of the things he said is, like in Jurassic Park, they said if a dinosaur, if you stood still, the T-Rex couldn't see you. And he said, no, that's not true at all. The T-Rex had eyeballs the size of tennis balls. And they could see very detailed at night because they were mostly nocturnal, and they could see very far during the day. So that's a myth. So, morning. I thought it was very interesting. He said eyeballs, basically, like an eagle's is small, basically they've proven over the years that size of an eyeball is very well correlated to how well you can see. And these guys had eyeballs the size of tennis balls, so I have very good vision. And another thing that's interesting, Lex said if we were to go back into the T-Rex days, what would be our chances of survival? And he said, actually, this is the top guy in the world on T-Rex. He doesn't think the T-Rex would attack a human. And they've proven this in that animals that have never seen humans before usually are curious and they don't attack. Also, the size difference is so big, they probably wouldn't waste their time. So that's quite different than Jurassic Park 2. That they were mostly attacking dinosaurs that were like youth dinosaurs, and also herbivores. Another myth that he dispelled was they always call T-Rex the apex predator. We said that's what everybody calls it, but it's actually using the wrong term, because apex predator means an animal that kills other predators. Well, T-Rex almost always attacked herbivores, so it's called an arch predator. So I learned something new. You got arch predator and apex predator. It's pretty interesting. He also said that velociraptors were very small. In Jurassic Park, they made them very big. He said that a velociraptor's head would be up to our waist. That's how, and they would mostly eat animals the size of mice. So highly exaggerated in Jurassic Park. And he says there's no evidence of any dinosaur hunting in packs. That was all made up by Jurassic Park also. But I just find it really interesting stuff. And they have some dinosaurs which have quite good detail. One just sold for $30 million, only missing a few bones. And even they have the contents of their stomach. They can tell what they were eating. It's pretty interesting. Anyways, highly recommend it. It's Lex Friedman. It's his newest podcast. Is about dinosaurs. It's about 3 hours long. I'm almost done with it. But I learned a lot. I might have my kids listen to it. Some of his podcasts, especially one on nuclear weapons and stuff like that, you learn more than you probably would ever learn in college about a subject, just in a few hours. It's pretty interesting. Back to my training. If you just joined, yesterday was kind of light because I did a few miles outside. I did do 2 push-up sets. I ended up watching the NFL game, the Chiefs versus the Chargers last night. So I didn't work out in the gym. My son wanted to watch it together on the couch. I was watching it in the gym, and then we practiced tackling some. We used some of our martial arts pads. I have a big kicking pad. He's practicing tackling me because he's going to be starting his season next Tuesday. He's a linebacker, strong linebacker on the strong side. And he also playing special teams. So he's a little bit nervous about tackling. So we went over that. But you can hear the wind. It's really nice wind today. Got to get a haircut today too. My hair's getting too long. So I kind of like to have it like a military cut. High and tight, as they say. So what else is going on? My diet's been going pretty good. In regards to supplements, of course, do your own research. I'm not a doctor, but I've increased my creatine level to 10 grams, which a lot of people are recommending because I wasn't seeing much results at 5 grams, and it seems to be making a big difference. There are some people that go up to like 20 grams a day. You can't hurt yourself with it because I've done research on this stuff since the 60s. It's basically just giving you more of what your body makes already. So if your body can't use it, then you'll just expel it. But I'm seeing great results. I'm recovering faster. Also, I seem to be, basically it's recovery. And also I increased my protein, so I'm very strict. I'm trying to get close to 200 grams a day. I probably was getting around 100 just from eating normal meals. But what I'm doing now is I'm having a shake early evening. I'm putting probably close to 60, 70 grams of protein in it. I have 1 scoop of whey protein, 1 scoop, which is vanilla, 1 scoop of chocolate vegetable protein. I don't like vegetable protein. I probably won't buy it anymore. It only has like a 75% absorption rate, but I'm using the chocolate to make the shake taste a little bit better. And I'm adding the 10 grams of creatine powder to it and mixing it with milk. So it's probably like 70 grams of, at least 70, 75 grams of protein just in that shake. So I think I'm getting pretty close to 200 grams of protein now. And I'm dropping weight now because of it. Been doing a lot of research online about this. There are a lot of good videos out there, but I'm doing a lot of heavy weight training, which I think is also contributing to the body making adjustments to burn off more fat, which is also helping my recovery. So basically increased my protein level by 50%, increased my creatine by 100%. So it went from 5 grams to 10 grams. That's creatine monohydrate. So anyways, just letting you know what's been successful for me. You got to do your own research. I'm not a doctor. Everyone's different, but it's working well for me. People say, oh, creatine's gonna make you gain weight. Yeah, you might gain a little water weight. I haven't noticed it. It makes your muscles fill out a little bit more, but it's water that you need in your muscles. So they said all the researchers say, yeah, you might gain a few pounds in water weight when you start using creatine, but later it will work its way out. The weight issue will balance out, but it's a good weight increase because you're adding water to your muscles, helps you rebuild. Anyways, so I'm back home, still taking my multivitamins and magnesium. I also take some fats, fish oil basically, and other different supplements, but my key thing I'm focusing on is 200 grams of protein, which is really not possible unless you're taking on protein shakes as well. And then I increased my creatine by 100% from 5 grams to 10 grams. There's a lot of people out there using 15, 20, but all the top sports scientists say that a lot of people are seeing a lot better results at a higher level. So yeah, I say, yeah, 5 grams I used for many years. I wouldn't notice much difference, but when I increased to 10 grams a day, 10 mgs a day, I've seen a difference. I've been doing that for 2 weeks, so it's not bad on the stomach or gut or anything. I don't notice any difference. Mix it with my protein shakes. So my protein shakes have, if you just joined, 1 scoop of whey protein, which is really high quality one, and also I'm using a high quality vegetable protein. But like I said earlier, once I use up the vegetable protein, I won't buy it anymore. I just think it doesn't taste very good, but it's a chocolate flavor, so it makes the overall shake taste a little bit better. Plus it's expensive, so I want to use it up. I like the Isopure whey protein. What I'm going to do in the future is I'll keep buying vanilla, but I also buy some chocolate isoprotein when I use up my vegetable one, and I'll do that. just the vegetable protein. It's a real thin powder, gets all over everything, and I think it doesn't taste very good. And like I said, all the top scientists say that vegetable protein absorption rate is only like 75%, whereas whey protein absorption rate is around 95%. This is a big difference. So, but continue my weight training. Like I said, I took a day off yesterday because I started and then the NFL game started. So I watched that with my son. But today I'll probably spend most of the day hours in the gym. It's going to be cooler today. So even with my fans, it should be much better. It's only in the like low 80s now because of the cloudiness. So, which is good. And then today is a push day. And then tomorrow will be a pull day. So I spend probably, a lot of hours this weekend working out in the gym because I had kind of a down day on Thursday and not really any weight training on a Friday. So body's recovered from the previous sessions. And then I'll try to go out or run, hike again tonight. Almost went to the UT football game today. The tickets are really cheap. I don't know why. Of course, they're only playing San Jose State, which is terrible. But the UT football game tickets are only like $35. They're usually like $300. But Eli didn't want to go because it was in the morning. It was like 11 o'clock in the morning game. So we didn't go. Almost went to Auburn and Baylor game, but that was on a Friday and it was in Waco. So it's a couple hours to get there. Well, we'll go see some college games soon. Just waiting for the right one and reasonable price that's, under $100. Just some of these games, college games, are expensive. Some of the UT games are like $300-$400 each, tickets. I'm not gonna pay that unless it's like Sugar Bowl or something. I'm going downhill now, so I'm moving faster. Oh, and my last live, which was, I think it was on Thursday, got cut short. Somebody called me and messed up my live. I should probably turn off the cell signal when I do it, but I don't like to make too much adjustments to my phone. Someone called me right in the middle of my live, and usually it doesn't cause a problem, but it caused my 5G signal to have problems, so my live was cut short around 7 minutes. That's why if you're ever watching one of my lives and it just suddenly stops, that's why. Somebody called me, or every once in a while the signal will drop and I just have to, it will try to reconnect. But my experience is when it reconnects, when it saves to YouTube, it won't have the second half. So anytime I see that the video disconnects, I just go ahead and stop the live stream because I know that it won't be repaired when it saves to YouTube. So just what I have to deal with sometimes. It doesn't happen very often. Maybe one out of every 10 or 15 episodes I run into an issue, but maybe it's rare, and maybe it's rarer than that. I don't know. It doesn't happen very often. Maybe once a month or something. Sometimes when that happens, I'll just start a new one. But yes, on Thursday I was almost done talking anyways. I think it went like 7-8 minutes, but that's why the thing dropped on me. But hey, Jay Jordan, man, what's going on? I was just watching one of your videos the other day. I'm doing pretty good. Just out on a hike, jogging. I pretty much only do lives now. Kind of like Jay Jordan. Jay Jordan is if you guys don't know who Jay Jordan is, you got to visit his channel. He's one of my friends in Georgia. Does a lot of workout videos too. Also very musically talented. Oh, I usually do 4 or 5 miles each one, but on the weekends I usually do a double, so I might do something tonight also. And then during the day today, I'm gonna be working out in the gym. So my big focus for the last few months and the rest of the year is a lot of weight training, trying to build up my durability. So weight training and running, basically. Not running, hiking. Most of my time I'm hiking like I am now. So, and then once it gets cooler in Texas, I'll be doing more live streams from the gym. It's just my garage gym is too hot and I have to use a lot of fans, so the fans are so noisy. But once it gets a little bit cooler, I'll be doing a lot of these live streams from the gym also. So yeah, things are going well. We were just talking about dinosaurs earlier. I was listening to a 3-hour podcast by Lex Friedman. It's really amazing stuff. Some of the myths that he dispelled. Well, if you're just joining the podcast, one of the things that I thought was very interesting is they were talking about the T-Rex. This guy is an expert on T-Rexes. And Lex asked him, what's not true in Jurassic Park? And this guy said, well, one of the big things in Jurassic Park was they told everyone that if you didn't move, the T-Rex couldn't see you. And he goes, that was absolutely false. The T-Rex had eyeballs the size of tennis balls. Can see very well at night and very far during the day. So I thought that was pretty interesting. Yeah. Another thing he said, that the velociraptors, he said they were only go up to about our waist. They were very small animals, very fast, and they would probably attack a human, but they weren't big like they were in Jurassic Park. And he said it was not true that velociraptors never hunted in a pack. Actually, no dinosaurs hunted in a pack. There's no evidence of that. And they have very good ways of figuring those things out. And the T-Rexes lived for like 100 million years. It's a really long time. You think about it. We lived for 100 years. They went on for 100 million years. And when T-Rexes long ago in the crustacean period were very small dinosaurs. And they got very big over time. I also find it very interesting. He said that if we were to go back in time and we encountered a T-Rex, they probably wouldn't attack us because they would be surprised at what we are. Because there were no chimps or humanoids or anything during that period. They're not going to eat something they don't know what it is. So I thought that was very interesting. Yeah. But he talked a lot about excavating dinosaurs, all the work that they go into. One recently sold for like $30 million. Unbelievable. All right, I think I'm fixing to lose signals here, but everyone have a great Saturday. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. And I'll probably go live tonight again. But have a great day. Enjoy your workout. Talk to you later.